Hey everyone, how's it going? We're back with some more Explorer and Pioneer content, and today we're playing some Mono Red Goblins. So this has a few similarities to your kind of Mono Red aggro decks, but obviously it's a creature type matters deck built around the Goblins creature type, and we have a fair few new cards, which I'll just talk through now. So from Pioneer Masters, we've got Legion Loyalist, which is a fairly innocuous 1/1 with haste for 1 red mana, but it does have Battalion. So whenever it and at least 2 other creatures attack, creatures you control gain first strike and trample until end of turn and can't be blocked by creature tokens. So they become pretty hard. It becomes pretty hard for the opponent to block them profitably. So that's a new addition to the deck. We've got Reckless Bushwhacker, which we have played before. A 2/1 for 3 mana with haste, but it has Surge of 1 and a red. So you can cast it for its Surge cost if you are a teammate. Let's cast another spell this turn. And when it enters, if its Surge cost was paid, other creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain haste until end of turn. And then from Foundations, we've got Searslicer Goblin, 2/1 for 2 with Raid. At the beginning of your end step, if you attack this turn, create a 1/1 red creature Goblin token. Well, that's not going to be a huge challenge to overcome, considering what this deck is trying to do. We will very often be playing a 1-drop, attacking, playing that on turn 2, and just kind of beginning to fill the board. And then looking through the rest of the deck, so we've got a number of 1-drop goblins. We've got a Cacophony Scamp, which is a pretty normal 1/1 for 1. When it deals combat damage to a player, you may sacrifice it if you do proliferate. So if we have any counters hanging around, we can privilege on those. But the main ability of this is that when it dies, it deals damage equal to its power to any target. Fireblade Charger does a similar kind of thing. And then we've got Skirk Prospector as well, which is another 1-drop that can add red mana by sacrificing a goblin. And a turn inside out, target creature gets +3/+0 until end of turn. When it dies this turn, you manifest dread. So that's a good answer. Playing that sort of Cacophony Scamp, getting 4 damage to a creature, then 4 more damage, and getting to manifest dread as well. It's all good. Our 2-drops are where a lot of the action is. So Battlecry Goblin, which is one of our pseudo lords, 2/2 for 2, but can pay 2 to give goblins we control +1/+0 and haste, and it has Pack Tactics as well. Runveld Hordemaster is our kind of lord of choice, giving all of our other goblins +1/+1, and when they die, we can potentially get some card advantage out of them. And another lord with Hobgoblin Bandit Lord, just the one of those. Again, other goblins we control get +1/+1. And it has an activated ability of dealing damage equal to the number of goblins that enter the battlefield this turn to any target. And then we are also running 3 copies of Painter Studio and Defaced Galleries. This is one of the rooms from Duskmorn. So the left-hand side is when you unlock this door, exile the top 2 cards of your library. You may play them until the end of your next turn, so a light up the stage style effect. But more often a lot, we'll be just looking at the Defaced Gallery, which is 1 and a red. Whenever you attacking creatures you control get +1/+0 until end of turn. Pair that with a triggered Legion Loyalist and a Lord, and suddenly we've got a lot of first striking, trampling creatures. Then our mana base, as you'd expect, lots of mountains, couple of Mutavaults, just for the additional goblin creatures that it creates. Similarly with Den of the Bugbear, easy to forget that the creature that this turns into is also a goblin, as well as creating a token. Castle Embreath can pump all of our creatures if we need something to sink our mana into. We are running a couple of Cavern of Souls, just 2, because although it's nice to be able to get round counter magic that the opponent may be playing, we do also want to reliably be able to cast our non-creature spells. And this deck is like everything's so low to the ground that counter spells aren't particularly profitable against it anyway. So yeah, that's the mana base. In the sideboard, we got a couple of red cap melees and rending volleys, so that's good colour-based additional removal. Torch the Tower does a similar kind of thing, just acting, a lot of this is just removal, so is a Braid. Ghost Vacuum is our graveyard hate of choice. Often, though, we are just trying to go under graveyard deck, so we're not running a huge amount of graveyard hate. Betrayer's Bargain, dealing... basically a way of dealing with Shieldred and other big creatures. Magebane Lizard, this is a very good answer for Phoenix decks. Twisted Fealty, just giving us a little bit of additional tempo to punch through an opponent's defences, steal one of their creatures' attack is often a way of kind of alpha striking them out of the game. Whoops, accidentally removed it from my sideboard there. I will fix that before we play. And a Goblin Ringleader as well, which is a more expensive Goblin, but can refuel our hand as well. So against opponents who are running lots of removal, games which are expecting to go a bit longer, then we can deal with them that way with just grinding them out the game with lots of Goblins. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this does. It's not your kind of classic mono red aggro. It is built around something a little bit different. We've got plenty of new cards, so it'll be interesting to see how those perform. And yeah, let's go on to the ladder. Thank you very much for watching. As ever, like and subscribe if you haven't already. Always appreciate the support, and it helps the channel, which obviously everyone wants to do. And yeah, let's see how we go on with this. So I did test out a, yeah, this sounds alright. I did test out a version of this deck that was Boros and ran Raise the Past as a way of bringing back lots of 1 and 2 drops, but it didn't perform very well. Maybe I'll try it again with a slightly different build at some point. The opponent's definitely presenting a fatal push here. Nice that they waited for me to attack, so I get the value off my Searslicer Goblin. Thank you kindly. Oh yes, yes, damage your own life total, please. So I'll skirt Prospector here into Reckless Bushwhacker. I'll attack with everything. Yeah, I'll take that exchange. Any day of the week. Yeah, they can have that. They can have my turn inside out. Okay, well, I'm still going to attack with everything. Pump up the creatures. Well, they're down to 4, so there's no let up here for on our attacking. Good, they're digging for land. I like it. I like that more. So I think we can just end the game here. Excellent. So, Rakdos Demons. I think one copy of Red Cat Melee is probably fine here. I do want Torch the Tower to deal with their various Fable-related activities. I think apart from that, we're just really trying to do as much damage to them as quickly as possible, so I'll trim Fireblade Charger here. I think we've got enough 1-drops with our additional removal spells. This will do. 1-drop, 2-drop. Obviously it relies on them not really doing anything, which is not necessarily a strong guarantee. Ooh, passing through your first main phase and then thought seizing. What a rebel. Get Mutavault down, gives us an additional attacker as well. Yeah, okay. I mean, I'm going to play the Goblin anyway, just because it can still generate value on future turns. Don't really want any more land. Tar. They might choose to fire up their own Mutavault, in which case I'll kill it. Yep. Goodbye. Okay, that was a pretty profitable exchange for us. Also, basically time walked them, because they've now got one less land. Blood-Tithe Harvester is a good target for Red Cat melee, so let's kill that. Fire up our Mutavault again. Everything we're doing is a little bit durdly here, but if we can draw a splashy Lord or something like that, we are potentially in a good place. Okay, Anger of the Gods is pretty good. But no let up in our attacks. And we now have a couple of Mutavaults, so if they don't have a creature soon, then they're gonna swiftly fall down. Fear of missing out is a good answer to Mutavault. Battlecry Goblin, eh? Okay, well, let's get that down. We'll pass the turn. Good, they don't have an immediate answer to it. I like. Okay, let's fire up one of our Mutavaults here. Block. Pump. Land is not good. Come on, give me something else here. Oh, I'd really rather they took that redraw, to be honest. I assume that means they have a removal spell. Okay, well, let's unlock our Painter's Studio. That's a pretty good one. Skirk Prospector can come down. Then we'll pass the turn with the Searslicer Goblin. Well, we're fighting back here against a pretty mediocre set of draws. Right, well, unlock. Okay, well, I will turn that inside out. Because then we get to manifest dread off it when it dies. Take a Legion Loyalist. Then we'll play the Goblin out, otherwise we'll lose it. Blade of the Oni, sure thing. Yeah, and again, okay, so let's stick ourselves in another painter's studio. Fire up Mutavault. Send in the creatures. So they can do a full trade here, but it will cost them everything they have. Should have done that before combat, then they could have saved their reflection, but it's fine by me. If they could just draw a land, that would be really ideal, to be honest. Right, it's Legion Loyalist. Battlecry Goblin. Give our goblins haste. That gets them to 4. Land! Draw another one. Thank you. This hand's a little on the slower side than I would necessarily like, but the opponent's mulliganing hard. Anyway. Okay, they didn't like what they had there, so we don't know anything that they're doing, so let's just run it back. Yeah, this 3 Searslicer Goblins is a bit rough, and probably should have kept that, to be honest. Yeah, let's go to 5. Okay, this is a decent enough 5, so we'll put back Den of the Bugbear and turn inside out. Let's get our small creatures online. I'll just Searslicer here and chill. So it's another Rakdos Demons deck by the look of it. Sadly, they are unavoidable. Yeah, that's a reasonable enough exchange, I don't mind that. Ooh, taking their own damage. Now that I do like. So let's get Scamp. Follow it up with Bushwhacker. Just really start punishing their life total. So they'll need a demon now, otherwise they're in quite serious trouble. No, that's not a demon. So they're down to... so they're at 11. So we can skirt Prospector, Fireblade Charger, And let's pass. We really do need a good source of like Lord effects here, so something like Runfeld Hordemaster would be great. In the meantime, they're just drawing cards and gaining life, so Shieldred is a problem here for sure. No, okay, let's scoop this second game up. And we'll just go back. So we know we're playing Rakdos Demons now, so let's put in Red Cat Melee, Torch the Tower, a Braid. I do want Twisted Fealty. Do I want Twisted Fealty? Yeah, let's keep that in. Betrayer's Bargain for their Shieldreds. And we'll trim the Hobgoblin Bandit Lord here. The Fireblade Chargers. Actually, I don't want Twisted Fealty. I've changed my mind. And we are on the play. So I'll ditch a Painter's Studio just because I want to be as aggressive as possible, as quickly as possible. Okay, this is a very nice 1, 2, and then 1 and 2. So if the opponent wouldn't mind just durdling for 3 turns, that would be great. Yeah, I think I'm still doing Plan A. Don't love seeing Den of the Bugbear at this point in the game. So let's just attack with these two. Yeah, let's sack this. Kill their Harvester. Seems fine. Oof, I don't like playing Bushwhacker into nothing, so we'll just keep generating our tokens here. Well, rude. So, Prospector, Bushwhacker. Just keep the pressure up on their life total. Doesn't give them a huge number of good options for annexing here. Okay, well they discarded an annex. Clearly they are concerned about their life total. Yep, definitely not going for that as a thing to do. That's not a Horde Master, unfortunately. I do need a Lord effect. I'm just not drawing them, so let's fire up Den of the Bugbear. Don't know why you give me the Goblin token there. I mean, it doesn't make any difference because they can just block it, but... Okay, we go again. Yeah, only getting one thing with Hidetsugu I can kind of live with. So you get 2 combat steps here. And Cacophony Scamp can do a thing. Yeah, exile my graveyard. To be fair, that switches off their own delirium, so can kind of live with that. They do get a cut. Okay, well, let's block. Turn it inside out. So we get to Manifest Dread. Get to blow up their reflection. Oh, thank God for Runveld Wardmaster. Now we'll turn this face up. Okay, suddenly things are looking a little less dire. Oh, that's annoying. How dare you? Who the hell do you think you are? Ooh, they are playing very fast and loose with their life total here, given I have a Ramanap Ruins. So let's fire that off. Okay. So, 2 Rakdos Demons opponents, 2 victories is pretty good. I'm happy about that. Ooh, finally an opponent that might be playing something different. Sadly, their 1-2 is in the way here. That's fine. I mean, it's really not fine. This is extremely ugly. See, that's a lot of damage. Now, I would like to do similar amounts of damage, but unfortunately, I'm on the draw. Stop it! Okay, I'm basically going to have to kill them this turn, which seems pretty unlikely, so... So that is 11 damage, so I can't do that. So let's just do them 6 instead. And hope that blocking with 1 creature is sufficient next turn. Seems unlikely that that's going to work, but... yeah, I think that's our only route to victory, is just hoping that they don't have anything. I think they had a Boros charm anyway, so does not matter. Okay. Okay. So, Red Cat melee, obviously, torch the tower is good. I think that's all we need. We are running against an aggro deck, so I'm going to get rid of Painter's Studio and one of our Battle Cry Goblins. I think that will be fine. Jeez. Nope. Okay, this is better. So, pop back Mountain. Yep, their 1/2s are significantly better than my 1/1s here, but I have a decent next turn coming up with Red Cat melee into Bushwhacker. Another hired claw, eh? And a Soulscar Mage. Well, aren't you just a peachy person to be playing against? Well, let's keep our Red Cat melee to itself for the moment then. Just do some super aggro. Yeah, block or not, it's still going to die. Take that out. So they have a lot of cards, to be fair. Let's send in the attackers, see what they do. Okay, I'll Red Cat melee that in response. Now we're just sort of sitting around. You'd think eventually they'd run out of creatures. But no, it's just me that does that. So we'll fire off Den of the Bugbear. Send it in. That's an exchange I'm happy to take. Drawing nothing but land is really annoying. Oh no, I didn't see your Den of the Bugbear there. Whoops. Oh no. Oh no. Go ahead. Yeah, 4 damage doesn't seem quite so threatening when I'm already on 20. Now, do we wait? Yeah, I think we do. Let's blow up the Ramanap Ruins while we have the land available. Another land, eh? Well, that's fun. We should do this more often. Yeah, I'm going to take... am I going to take the risk here? Yeah, let's just sack the token and do 3 damage just to make sure. No, that does create creatures, but, like, stop giving me land. Okay, just fire up Den of the Bugbear. Stop it at once. See? It's nice when other people draw land. So they're going to hit me with their own Ramanap Ruins here, so we're just playing around here. But I'm slightly ahead on the race, so if none of us draws it, either of us draws anything for the next 100 turns, They're in serious trouble. And I've got a Goblin. Okay, they're now slightly ahead in the race. Oh, it's a roller coaster this match, isn't it? I can barely contain myself. Okay. I'm very chill with my turn inside out. Reckless Bushwhacker A. I'll wait till I have another card to play that. Right, let's turn this inside out. Yeah, alright. If you insist. Okay, Runveld Hordemaster is a good time. So let's get Bushwhacker down as well. Doesn't trigger the ability, but it's a nice thing that we've got going on. I mean, if they could... If they could just stop killing all my stuff, that would be really appreciated. Yeah, we'll keep up the attacks. Okay, we've now gone wide enough that I think we'll probably win this game. But God, it was a chore to get to. Okay, that'll keep them alive for a turn. But they are now on 1. Proctor is not enough. Okay. Well, I didn't think we were going to win that one, so... Do I want Rending Volleys for their strict Proctors? Let's put in 1. We'll put in the other Battlecry Goblin as well. Take out Bandit Lord. Take out a Bushwhacker. Right back at you. This feels like a good hand, doesn't it? I wish they would stop having 1/2s on turn 1. Now, I can see why they thought about it for a while. Oh no, they do have the other land. Okay. Sleege and Loyalist again. Pass the turn. Don't like facing down 3 Soulscar mages. It's not on my fun to-do list. But if they target one with, say, a Monstrous Rage, I do have a good answer for that with Red Cat Melee. Good. Okay, that's no blocks. Do what you like. I don't care. Okay, I'll take 3 here. Okay, well that needs to die. So kill that. Get in with my Legion. A Searslicer to give us some additional Goblin value. Interesting that they're going for my face here. Get me down to 5. How much damage can I do them here? Is it enough? So if I Battle Cry and activate, I don't think it is. So I think I've got to chill and just hope they don't draw. So let's attack with Searslicer. Yeah, I've just got to kind of hope here, so I'm going to take... I'm going to go to 1. Create some goblins. Just hope for the best, don't draw a spell. Wait, does that just kill me? What does this do again? If it deals any other target. Okay, well, fair enough. That was just about the best draw possible. Ah, such a close game. Never mind. Right, one more time for luck. Again, not the quickest, but a good enough hand that I don't think we can say no to it. Oh, more Rakdos. What fun. So, get a Battle Cry Goblin down here. Does get pretty wearing just playing against the same deck over and over again. But that is our lot in life. Legion Loyalist, Bushwhacker. Give all of our creatures first strike. Well, I'm pretty happy with that. I'm going to need a good turn here, I think, given what we have in our hand. Let's play Hobgoblin Bandit Lord. They probably have removal, but not that fussed. Yeah, they'll have a fatal push for my Bandit Lord here. That's fine. So they can get a profitable block off here. But to do that, they will still have to take 6 damage. Four damage. Okay, they just took the extra damage for no reason. I'm happy about that. Yeah, I was going to say, you really need to activate your Mutavault to make that worthwhile. Could have done with another Lambs there, but it's decent enough. Still got no profitable blocks here. Excellent. Okay, good game one. So we're pretty proficient at sideboarding here. So Red Cat melee, torch the tower, abrade, put in Betrayer's Bargain as well. Let's ditch the Hobgoblin Bandit Lord, the Fireblade Chargers, one of these, and one Battlecry Goblin. Well, we're having a much better time against the supposed best deck in the format than we have been against, than we did against the various well, just the aggro deck that we were playing against. Scamp. So they've got more removal here, which I'm kind of okay with because these are just one drops. An unstoppable slasher. Well, that is a problem. So let's just fire off another Cacophony Scamp. Pass the turn. If I'd been able to attack with all three creatures there, that would have been a much easier oof. That's an oof. So that's going to kill all of my creatures. So in exchange, let's just blow up that. So yeah, that was not the worst possible exchange we could have had there. It still wasn't great, but... let's fire off a torch to the tower, get rid of this. Yeah, the Hidetsugu coming down is a problem. Okay, that's a good answer at least. So we can chill and pass the turn. Red Cat melee their Vessel of the All-Consuming. Another unstoppable slasher. Turn inside out feels a bit useless here. So we're going to take infinite damage from this. Okay, we do at least now have an answer to that with our Den of the Bugbear. It's going to be a very dead Den of the Bugbear, let's be real, but... yep. So we'll turn that inside out. Yeah, we just got all the removal in the world. We'll stick in Twisted Fealty on the play. Take out a turn inside out. Because stealing one of their unstoppable slashers feels pretty good, I think, in this matchup. Again, this just doesn't feel quick enough, but I don't think it's that bad a hand, so let's keep it. It's got some good cards in it. Painter's Studio can hopefully do some good work here. Right, let's try Battlecry Goblin again. Yeah, that's going to die. Let's get Searslicer down. Let's kill that before they can use it to murder my Searslicer Goblin. Unstoppable Slasher. Well, that is what I wanted to do, so steal that. Create a Wicked Roll attached to that. Well, that's pretty spicy anyway. No attacks? Okay. Betrayer's Bargain. So I could use that to blow up their Unstoppable Slasher. I think I'm fine to just play Battlecry Goblin here. So I could pump up my creatures and attack. Yeah, let's pump up the... Yeah. Let's just give them no let up here. So they're down to 4. We have Ramanap Ruins. 3, rather. So they've got a serious problem with their life total. And we have a Betrayer's Bargain for if we need it. Right, let's play Legion Loyalist. We'll hit them down to 2, so they are now dead to a Ramanap Ruins activation. And land will do it here. So they're going to need to gain some life on this turn. And that's not going to do it. Very good. Okay, we went through as much as the repetition was a little frustrating. We did go 3-0 against Rakdos Demons there, which is a pretty solid record against the best deck in the format, and a big enough sample size to potentially tell us something. So, yeah, not unhappy about that. Let's have a quick look in this Foundations pack. Ooh, a Mythic. So yeah, that was Mono Red Goblins. Interesting deck, did some good work there. It felt, some of the games felt very grindy and drawn out, but the Goblins deck can recover from a rough start. You know, if you can kind of chain together some Reckless Bushwhackers into Horde Masters into Battlecry, then you are in a bit of a good place. So yeah, interesting, very interesting. So thank you very much for watching. As ever, like and subscribe. Here's the deck list, so let me know what you think in the comments. And yeah, I'll see you next time.